What do you think about
I think more than anything, I just feel like that, we gained a lot of experience over the last month, but we also wore some guys down a little bit, having to use guys 2 and 3 times, not only on the weekend, but then having to pitch them on a Tuesday or Wednesday because we played a lot of close games and some good competition. And I just feel like now that it's slowed down a little bit, just through practice and rest, that I think they'll climb back up and do a great job.
Taccolini just wasn't quite ready for last weekend.
No.
Give him a little more rest.
Yeah, he had some treatment done that felt like we needed to leave him out last weekend, and I don't even know if he's ready yet. I'm going to say if I had to turn in a travel squad today, that he would not be on it. I think he probably needs one more week.
Murphy, you're probably your third guy this week.
Yeah, I would say so. If depends on how it goes, but if we got into a slugfest and we needed him, we would use him. We've told him that, hey, here's your role. We're planning on throwing you game 3 as a starter, but if we need you before that, make sure you bring your spikes every day.
Talked about how important Jake's been. Is he surprised with how well he's done as still a relatively young guy?
Well, he's been awfully important to us. I mean, he's helped us win a couple 3 conference games the last few weekends, and just by coming in and putting out the fire and giving us a chance to either maintain a lead or catch up and take a lead. And but as far as, if I'm surprised, I guess I'm not surprised that he's pitching well because I knew he's a good pitcher, a good athlete, and smart kid, good learner. But some of the situations we put him into have been pretty tough. Bases loaded, no outs, second and third, 1 out, scores tight, and he's found a way to wiggle out and help us out and then give us more innings. But, I'm glad to see it, and we needed it. You always say if somebody gets hurt or somebody's not doing well, we need guys to step up, and Jake's definitely been one of those guys.
What makes him effective?
I think he's a little hard to pick up. He's a little deceptive with his arm action and his motion, and he's throwing 3-4 pitches for a strike right now, and pretty much everything he throws is moving. His fastball's running in on the right-handers. His cutter's running away from the right-handers and in on the lefties, and his slider's good. And then he throws a fastball at normal arm slot, and then he'll throw another one that I call it as kind of a quick arm, kind of a short arm, sidearm type pitch that might be 88 miles an hour, but to the hitter it looks about 92, and they've had trouble with it.
So the SEC race, is it even closer than you could anticipate?
Well, always ask what you think about the league, and I just thought the league was going to be really deep. Everyone was talking about how great Florida was, preseason number 1 or 2 in about every poll and right up there. And but I don't know if we have that superstar team. Kentucky's awfully good. They're a bunch of older kids that have been through it. But we just have a lot of really good teams. There's not like, it just really falls off. So I don't really know how to answer the question. I thought the league was going to be up, and because just talking to coaches at our meeting in September, most everybody thought that they had a really good club or a chance to have a really good season. And a lot of times you don't see that. And I think the depth of our league is shown, and the way our teams in the league have done out of conference and just keep winning.
This might be the biggest break you have between games. Does it feel like maybe you needed it or you wanted it?
Well, we did. We definitely need it, and probably wanted it a little bit. Those 9 games, and really didn't think about it during the time that we did travel a little bit there, and guys were definitely worn out. So this was good timing. It doesn't always, like I said, equate into that we're going to go win a bunch of games, I think, but we are going to be fresh and have a little bit more bounce in our step. I've noticed that in our dugout the last few games that we've been a little more quiet, and I really do believe it's because the energy level was down and some guys are fatigued.
Do you think that's going to help from a hitting standpoint? Because you haven't gone periods where several guys have not been hitting.
Yeah, I think it affects the hitters as much as anybody when you're playing and traveling, just because of the legs get tired, and if you don't have your legs under you, it's really hard to hit, and the hands may get a little bit tired from all just everything. And obviously the arms need the rest, but I think that the offensive swing should be a little bit quicker. Again, it doesn't mean you're going to go out and hammer the ball all over the field, I think it gives us a better opportunity too.
Yeah, I think between Blaine and Trevor and Jake, those guys gave you about 20 innings. How important was that to kind of get your pitching staff, set up right again?
Well, it was big, just not having to just keep recycling guys and wear guys down. Just have guys that can give you, extended innings is definitely going to help when it comes around this weekend. Facing a Tennessee who's, like I mentioned earlier, is very athletic, and they're going to make you throw strikes. They'll take pitches. They'll try to just advance runners in every which way, and for our guys to be on top of their game is going to be big.
Can you be using Evan Lee DHing against some right-handers?
Yeah, I think that this weekend that Evan will get a start or two at the DH spot, and I feel like Cole's swinging the bat good, and obviously Bonfield, and we just have to figure out who all we want out there. We really got 4 or 5 outfielders to choose from.
And being one of 7 teams, I guess, Kevin, I'll trust his math. Within a game of the lead, the overall conference lead, what's it like being in the middle of that, especially after last season?
Well, I think it's great being in the middle of it. Obviously, you'd like to be on top of it by a few games, but it gives us a chance. It gives you a lot of hope that you go out and you play well down the stretch and get enough wins to have a chance to win it. But I think more than anything, I just want to play well. If we win, that's a plus. And I want our guys to get a little confidence and feel like that when we get rolling this weekend that we're healthy and mentally ready to go and feel good about where we are, and we'll win some games. We can only do what we can do. We can't worry about the rest of the league and the standings. We just have to try to win on Thursday and go from there.
What kind of team's Tennessee? Just move forward.
Well, just kind of mentioned it earlier. They're just a team that is very athletic. Their pitchers, their starting pitchers throw nothing but strikes. They're going to come at you about 90 miles an hour with good sliders and changeups, and position player wise, they have really good range in the field because they can really run. They will steal a base if you give them a chance. They like to hit and run, and they will bunt a lot and bunt for hit as well. So we have to be on our toes. We have to play really good defense against them.
As far as the race, I mean, 7 teams got regionals, hosted regionals last year. You guys are right in the conversation for that. I think some of the players mentioned that the other day, how big it was to win that game, to kind of keep in that conversation. And what's your take on how big these last 3 series could be for getting a regional?
Well, obviously our goal is to get in a regional. If we get to host a regional, that's just a major plus. It's good for the fans, good for us getting to stay home. But we don't dwell on that. I mean, really, we try not to talk about those things too much to the players. Like you said, you talk to them about it. They know it. We don't have to bring it up. We just talk about going to play Tennessee and finding a way to win the series and move on to the next series. So obviously the last 3 series are very important. They're very important for a lot of teams, even teams that aren't in the race, that are just trying to make the tournament or fighting to get into a regional, which we all are. I mean, nobody's done anything yet. I keep telling we don't have to tell them, but we've mentioned that many times. We haven't done anything yet. We still got a lot of work to do.